Hey guys, Tyler from Allstar Airsoft bringing you a video of green gas versus CO2. Now this question is very big in the airsoft world of whether or not you should use green gas or CO2. Now both of these are a means of powering your gas blowback pistol, gas blowback rifle, things along that nature. So really these two things are very similar and also very different at the same time. Starting right off with CO2, it is a little 12-gram cartridge. Normally they do come in larger cartridges, but that is normally for paintball. So for airsoft purposes, we typically use the 12-gram cartridge. What this is primarily used for is CO2 1911s like the Elite Force 1911 or some bolt action snipers and SMGs. They all use a CO2 12-gram cartridge. Starting off with a couple pros of this CO2 versus the green gas is number one being the CO2 is a lot more consistent than green gas in the cold weather. So when it's cold outside, say you play in Alaska or Canada or somewhere that is cold, you might want to use CO2 just because it is a lot more consistent than green gas. Green gas has a tendency to kind of get cool really fast and then not make your gun shoot as well as CO2 does. Another pro versus green gas is CO2 tends to be a lot cheaper and easier to find than green gas. For green gas, you're probably going to need to order it online at an airsoft store or come to your local airsoft field like Allstar Airsoft and buy you a can. CO2 on the other hand is sold at a lot of sporting goods stores like Walmart, Sports Authority, just stores along those lines, and it's a lot easier to find and cheaper. Now moving on with the green gas. Green gas, like I said in the CO2 section, is a little bit harder to find, but once you did it, it's going to last you a while. These cans are pretty full, and if you use it pretty conservatively, it's going to last you for a while. Now, green gas to me is my favorite because of the fact that whenever you're going in between games and the games are going back to back, green gas is a lot easier to fill your mags with than CO2, being that you're going to have to unscrew your old CO2 cartridge, put your new one in, screw it in, make sure everything's tight and not leaking, do all that. With green gas, all you gotta do is pop this cap off, put it into your mag, hold it for a few seconds, and you're good to go. So that is one really big advantage that green gas has over CO2. Another advantage that green gas seems to have over CO2 is it looks like it lasts longer. To me, in my experience, I have used green gas for a month or two maybe, playing every weekend with a pistol, and it just seems to last a little bit longer than CO2. Reason being for that is whenever you fill your mag with green gas, you're just going to top it off normally. You won't shoot all of your green gas out of your mag, so you're just going to top it off in between games and keep going. With CO2, you're going to shoot until you run out, then have to change the CO2 out, put a new one in, and screw it back on. Now that is just obviously takes more time, which is a big disadvantage, but it also means that you're going to be using more CO2 than green gas. So I've owned both. I've owned CO2 and green gas pistols before, and green gas just seemed to last a little bit longer than CO2. Now obviously this is going to boil down to whatever gun you have. Just say that you're using a K2 ATP, will last you a good 2 to 3 mags on a full fill of green gas, while a Elite Force 1911, for example, would only last maybe 2 mags with your CO2. But one big thing that CO2 does have over green gas here is the fact that whenever you shoot your CO2, it's going to give you a lot more kick and a lot more power than with green gas. Green gas just doesn't have that punch that CO2 has, which could be considered an advantage that CO2 has over green gas. That's pretty much going to wrap up this video of CO2 versus green gas. If you guys liked this video, please leave a like and a comment down below saying you liked it. I do have a question for you guys. If you guys use CO2, leave it down in the comment section below and say why. Say what you like about it, say what you don't like about it, things along that nature. If you guys use green gas, do the same thing. Say what you like and say what you don't like. And then say whichever one you want more. So, me personally, I like green gas a little bit more, but I know a lot of people here at Allstar Airsoft that run CO2 and love it. So if you guys could answer that question for me down below in the comment section, I'd appreciate it. This is Tyler from Allstar Airsoft, signing out.